Chapter 10, State of Affairs. Today at the State Fair, you and Ryder have almost everything loaded up. All that's missing is livestock and your general knowledge. So, what happens at a fair anyway? I've heard of them, but I've never been to one. Don't let anyone around here catch you saying that a ranch hand who's never been to a fair is as fraudulent as a $3 bill. Good to know. As you mime zipping your lips, Ryder gives the truck door a good hard push and leans his long, muscular frame against the side. State fairs are a whole affair, complete with carnival games, food, and animal competitions. Our heat's the prize heifer presentation, and if we wow the socks off the judges, it could mean national attention for the ranch. Wait, national attention? Do you mean people from across the country could hear about us? Your thoughts immediately go to Cal. I know in my heart he hasn't stopped trying to find me, and the last thing I need to do is put a target on my back. But if I don't, what does that mean for the ranch? As your thoughts race, Ryder eyes you suspiciously. You look like your mind is a million miles away. What's got you so worked up, Belle? If I tell Ryder about Cal, there's no way he'll go through with this. And we've all worked so hard, I can't stand in the way of that. You school your face into what hope passes for a gentle worry and rack your brain for something believable. I just don't love the idea of letting Martinez Ranch down. You've all worked so hard to make this place a success. What if the spotlight is too much? It's not a complete lie, but even as it leaves your mouth, your stomach ties itself in knots with the guilt of telling the half-truth. Ryder unfolds himself, starts lowering the grate on the truck to receive the cattle. I know Mandy makes it seem like I'm incapable of change, but I'm proud of what we've done around here. It's time we make a real go of it. We won't be able to do that without some notoriety. I get that, I wonder... Did someone call for a prize heifer? You blink as Mandy leads over to a massively sparkly cow. Her head held high as her crown sends glittery sparkles of light in every direction. Melba, in her glam era, apparently. Mandy, what did you do to that animal? Miss Smith Williams said to promote her business. What better way to get people talking about her pieces than to put some on a cow? I gotta say, that's ingenious, Mandy. You're taking the woman standing before you. You find yourself awed at her creativity, her beauty, her grace. You never cease to amaze me. If you think this is something, you ain't seen nothing yet. Ryder sighs and shakes his head. At least the judges won't be able to overlook her, and I guess it could be worse. I mean, you aren't trying to bedazzle us. Well, I'm so glad you said that, because I actually have a little something for each of you as well. She shoves a garment bag on each of your arms, and you don't even get the zipper down halfway on yours before Ryder implodes. You want me to... I can't. No, absolutely not. I'm a hired hand, Manny, not your personal dress-up doll. I can't wear this. He holds up a leather vest and jeans with a bull's head statement necklace and a matching belt buckle. Miss Smith Williams sent these over? I told her about my plan for Melbear, and she didn't want the two of you to be left out. She eyes Ryder with mischief in her gaze. And I'm seeing that she made the necklace and buckle custom made. I think it'd be rude not to wear it, don't you? Ryder grumbles as he takes the outfit inside the barn, but moments later he comes back dressed, his abs on full display. He's become stripper. Also, he seems super happy by this. That's a lot of beef. I'm not talking about the cow. You look good. Your eyes wander through the expanse of his chest, imagining your path your tongue would take down his backs, around his nipples, then over each ab. With you looking at me like that, this getup almost feels worth it. Mandy turns towards you, her long lashes fluttering as she nods down at the next garment bag. Your turn, Belle. You finish unzapping the garment bag and find a vest to match Ryder's and a cow print bikini top. Somehow I don't believe an old woman sent this to me. Your package was mostly a few smaller pieces, so I added my own touch to make sure you look as cohesive as possible. Your fingers tangle in the middle of the bikini top as you fumble with the clasp. I need help to even get into this. Mandy looks down at the outfit and then back up at the door, eyes glittering with promise. That can be arranged. So the pants look interesting. Yeah. Well, I guess if it's for the ranch. That's the spirit. And at least now I won't be hogging all the attention when we get there. But I was serious about that help. All you have to do is ask, Bill. You know that. I want to select Ryder, but... fine. Mandy, would you mind? It'd be your pleasure. Oh, I bet. You two take your time. I'll, take a second and get the cow loaded anyway. You and Mandy duck into the barn, and as you enter a stall, she pulls the outfit out of the garment bag. Out of those clothes, Belle. I can't wait to see how this looks. You don't have to tell me twice. After all, you are the boss, and I'd do anything for the ranch. You hold her gaze as you slip out of your shirt, and by the time the fabric passes over your eyes, her gaze is locked on your breasts. Anything, huh? Careful, I might have to take you up on that. I want you to. As you finish undressing, she begins to hand you the pieces of your new outfit, her eyes watching your every move and warming you throughout. One last thing. You turn, holding me into the bikini top to Mandy, and her nimble fingers secure the tricky clasp. She presses her lips to your neck with a whisper. Now that's a blue ribbon winner if I ever saw one. Let's go. As you duck out of the stall and prepare to head out, you can't help but be impressed by Mandy's foresight and planning. We might look unconventional, but after today, no one will ever forget the name Martinez Ranch. That isn't always a positive thing. You arrive at the fair with plenty of time, and as you unload Melba and lead her toward the pins, you're overwhelmed by the turnout. Wow, this place is packed. Like a can of sardines. Damn, near everyone in Stearns Valley comes out for this. It's like our version of a Little Nas F concert. You leave Mandy to handle signing, follow Ryder to the stalls. This one looks as good as any. Fair enough. Why don't you lead her in and I'll... You two make a gorgeous couple in those outfits. You chance a glance at Ryder and only find him looking at you, neither of you willing to contradict the woman. Well, thank you, ma'am. But we couldn't possibly take all your compliments without telling you about our sponsor, Smith Williams Costume Jewelry. Any company wild enough to decorate a cow is one after my own heart. I'll keep an eye out for your heifer in the show later. As the woman leaves, Mandy comes over, beaming with pride. I see people are taking notice of us. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen with these outfits. Now, how sure are you about this stall? Because those over there look bigger. They're all exactly the same, Mandy. Let's not do this. As the two of them bicker, you turn your attention to Melba, but out of the corner of your eye, you're sure you see a familiar face. Cal? Hide. Immediately crouch down, hoping the wall of people around you will shield you from his line of sight. Mandy stops mid-sentence. Belle, what are you doing? I was just, You chance a glance back at Cal's direction. Not Cal, even though it looks identical to him, just a different outfit. Only to find that it's not him at all. You heave a sigh. I thought my, shoes were untied. You're wearing boots. And you, don't look too hot either. Sorry guys, I'm panicking a little. Okay, well, we've clearly put too much pressure on this day. We've been working around the clock and we need a break. Now, but what about Melba? It's a fair, not a slaughterhouse. Mandy's right. She'll be fine. Mandy winds her arm through yours and practically drags you out of the tent with Ryder following a few steps behind. They take you to a platform attached to a tall wooden pole with a bell at the top, and as you look at it warily, Mandy grins. I think a little stress relief is in order. Ever played Ring the Bell? Of course, but I don't know about that, Mandy. Maybe I should just chill out somewhere until it's time for presentation. Ryder picks up the mallet and puts the handle in your hands. Don't think, just hit. With a sigh, you adjust your grip and step up to the platform. Bell smash. before slamming the mallet down as hard as you can. Still, it only travels halfway up the scale before coming back down. You call that a hit? It was a love tap at best. Hey, I'm really trying here. You gotta get after it and hit it with everything you got. Of course you think that brawn is your bread and butter. Get a better idea? Of course, you don't need to wail at it. You just gotta have the perfect technique. If you do think it's that easy, why don't you show me how it's done? I think I should learn from Mandy. Or Ryder. Gesture for Mandy to join you, and as you pick up the mallet, she slips behind her soft body contouring around you. I thought you'd never ask. Now, contrary to popular belief, it doesn't matter how big your mallet is or how hard you swing it. If you're not hitting the right spot, you're never gonna ring that bell. I agree with that. Is that right? Now every game's different, but for this one, you want to aim for the top of the launch pad. And he drops her mouth to the side of your neck and practically purrs into your ear. And if you hit it just right, everybody's gonna hear about it. Here goes nothing. You draw a deep breath, hammering your racing thoughts, and as you bring the mallet crashing down, you feel your worries have a way. I did it. We know you could, and if it isn't just nice to hit something every once in a while. With plenty of time before you need to present your cow, you glance over to find another game that might appeal to all three of you. Step right up, test your skills, take your place as Queen of Hill. What's so special about my Darth? There's no tricks, no games, no cheats, just you versus the laws of nature, so come on and take a seat. She's working the crowd hard. Look how many people are lined up already. If I had half that much charm, upselling our heifer to a judging panel would be a breeze. Presentations are just as much about how you sell yourself as they are about what you're selling. Mandy gives you a long, lingering look up and down. I could show you a thing or two about using your natural assets to get results. It would be nice to learn how to draw or hold a crowd's attention and hold Mandy's. One of the things I worry about as a content creator for you guys and this channel, I try and woo people and bring them in with reading as well as voices, humor, and also support in our community, and I feel like I lose a lot of you, unfortunately. I don't know, I'm always up for criticism and whatnot, but yeah, I never get it. Anyway, if anyone can teach me a thing or two about being the center of attention, it's you. What can I say? I was born to be in the spotlight. And I was born to grab us some snacks. I'll meet you back here in 20. As soon as Ryder is out of view, Mandy finds an empty booth and drags you over to it. Lifting the flap, you duck inside to find yourself engulfed in a cotton candy-scented privacy. This is perfect. You can do or say whatever you want there. You can't help but notice how close she's standing to you, and the air between you seems to throb with promise. Anything I want, huh? Okay, anything within reason. There are kids present. She steps back, taking the warm lull of her body with her chin propped in her hand. She fixes her full attention on you. Alright, imagine you're on the stage and about to introduce me and the cow. I want to hear your best announcer voice. Clear your throat, readying your announcer impression. Can I have your attention, please? She's big, she's powerful, she's legion. Is it a cow or literally the demonic legion? Martinez Ranch is about to take the stage. Nestled in the hearts of Stern Valley, Martinez Ranch is a family-owned and operated... Buzz... What was that for? Because the crowd needed waking up after that intro. See what I mean? It's hard to be engaging and remember all the details. It's all about finding the right balance between hype and fact. Our cow's amazing, the ranch is amazing. Best of all, you're amazing, Bill. That's all you need. Even though you know Mandy is only trying to boost your ego, you can't help but feel warm all over. Just being in her presence makes me feel like we're the only two people in the world. When you walk onto that stage, I want you to hold yourself like you own it. Start with your own body language. I'm gonna need you to, demonstrate what you mean? I get what you're saying, but what am I supposed to do with my hands? Yeah, no, that's me. Here, watch the way I greet the crowd. She sashays across the pretend stage, her ass swaying back and forth. When she comes to a halt, she points one foot and puts her hands on her hips. Ta-da! See what I'm doing? Yeah, and it's pretty distracting. If you take the stage like that, no one's gonna give a damn about a cow. Now you're getting it. The judges are used to seeing the tired, cranky old cowboys like Ryder up on the stage. Give them a little something nice to look at. We're shoo-in. And here I thought it was the cow we were supposed to be showing off. I gotta say, Belle, you sure are a lot more confident when you're giving me hell. Well, in that case, I'll give the whole crowd hell then. Yes, all you needed was some competition. Am I winning? You slide your hand in her hair, coaxing her mouth open as you slide your tongue along hers. As she slides her tongue along yours, it surges her body against you. You can feel her fingers seeking a way underneath your clothing. Finally, she clutches your breast and starts pulling down the hem of your top with her nails while you devour her mouth, lost in her taste. I've half a mind to spend the rest of the day in here with you. Wasn't this all to get me ready for the judges? Yeah, well, suddenly I don't feel like sharing you. She sighs against you. Managing to restrain herself, she reaches up and lightly brushes her thumb against your lips. We'll finish where we left off after we win. Any last-minute advice? Don't worry so much, Belle. You got this. It's all fun and games till Cal is in the crowd. You find Ryder and the three of you quickly get in line for a bust-a-balloon. We might as well see what the fuss is all about. Right this way, you won't be disappointed. And if you are disappointed, it's too late to do anything about it now. Okay, I like the cut of her jib. You turning the sound of a laugh from the person sitting to you. Hey, it's Dolly. That's one way to make sure no one lodges a complaint with the State Fair Board. Dolly! Told you she'd be surprised. We figure you could use some friendly faces in the crowd today, and a good thing too, because Belle looks like she can use the support. I feel much better now that I've seen the two of you. It's nice knowing we have supporters in the crowd. Anything for Martinez Ranch? Well, anything except losing a match of Bust-a-Balloon. I happen to hold the top score. I have an idea to make things interesting. Let's do teams. I love competition as much as the next girl, but there's 5 of us. Well, Dolly and I can play together, and then that just leaves you 3 as a team. Works for me. We just gotta remember it's about speed over skill. The more you throw, the better your chances of hitting something. I think you mean keep them slow and steady. Accuracy matters if we want the most points. Maybe all 3 of us on a team isn't the best idea after all. Kid, we'd either outnumber you two or they'd kill each other. Well, if they can't work together, why don't you pick your partner then, Belle? Yeah, no, it's not about number, okay? It's about slow and steady so you get the right amount. Never met a man as determined to prove himself as Ryder. Yeah, good choice. Well, looks like I'll sit this one out. I'm surprised Mandy doesn't. I just imagine her just grabbing a whole box of darts and flinging them at the wall. Look! I hit a bunch of targets! As Mandy steps back, the fair worker steps up. Get ready, set, go! You each grab a dart grab for the darts. Your fingers brush Ryder's. You get the idea to lower your hand to his inner thigh. Careful, Belle. You keep reaching, you might just find what you're looking for. That's the plan. You reach higher and trace the outline of his hand as he grows steadily. He hums low in his throat and spreads his legs to give you better access. There are children around, come on! Wait, kid, they're falling behind. I'm doing my part, sweetness. At the sound of the voices, you shift your focus back to the game, and together the two of you attack the board with darts to catch up. Go, go, go! And we have a winner! All I gotta say is, if you're half as good at showing off a heifer as you are throwing darts, you're a shoo-in to win today. Oh, thanks for this, guys. I'm feeling a lot better now. And now we just have to hope all the activity in the cow tent didn't stress Melba out too bad. Poor thing. It's pretty overstimulating in there. You think we could go check on her? Maybe spend a little time before we hit the stage? You know how much I endorse the cuddle method, but I gotta start getting ready. I'll go with you, Bill. You catch his gaze from underneath the brim of his hat. Dark, full, lustful eyes stare back at you. Melba's not the only one who could use a relaxing moment or two. You guys were so nice to distract me. The least we can offer is the same to our prize heifer. But we need to do it fast. The judging starts in about a half an hour. You say your goodbyes to Dolly, Kit, and Mandy and head off to back where you left Melba, only to spot her fenced-off area behind the tent. What are you doing out here? It's an overflow area to make sure all the cattle get some time in the shade. Unfortunately, it can make them also feel isolated and alone. I'm betting this is Get Up Mandy got us all in isn't helping. Ryder grips the lapels of his vest with a sigh. If one more meemaw looks at me like I'm meat, I might get a little distressed too. Would it help if I said you've never looked hotter? He drops his hand and lets it fall heavily to his side. You could almost swear he grows 2 inches taller under the heat of your gaze. It doesn't hurt. Gripping the top rail, you swing a leg over the fence, and Ryder gets behind you, pressing a hand against your ass to help you get over. Well, thank you. What can I say? Mandy would kill me if I let you rip your clothes. And how would you feel about that? If it were up to me, I'd rip it off you myself. With a neat, easy hop, Ryder swings himself over the fence to join you as Melba paces anxiously back and forth. We gotta get her in her better shape before the judging starts. Why don't I brush her hide? You reach for a horsehair brush hanging from one of the fence posts. You run it in long, slow strokes over the cow's heaving side. Good girl. Are you talking to me or her? You sigh as the cow twitches and kicks away from you and continues pacing the dirt floor. I thought for sure that would help. The trick to dealing with an anxious cattle is to remind them of their routine back home. Here, watch. You step back and lean your elbows against the fence, railing as Ryder reaches for a pitchfork. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play. His voice falls into crooning tones of folk song. He starts moving the straw to a pile in the corner, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. He moves in gentle steps around the space, continuing his chore without paying the cow the least heed. It's working. The cow snorts once before wandering to a feeding station to munch casually at the hay. That was incredible. I wonder how you make everything look so effortless. I never met a man who was a master of all trades before. It's when we care. Seriously, that's about the best answer I can give you. Ryder casually props the pitchfork against the railing before stepping up close. I might have learned a thing or two from you as of late. Like what? For starters, you taught me how to open up. His hands find your hips and his chest. How to go after what I want instead of letting life happen. Cranes his head forward to plant a kiss against your shoulder, then your neck, then your jaw. And how to make you do this. The long, hard planes and lines of his body press up against you as his tongue sweeps into your mouth and you can't help but moan. His hands slide over your breast, his palm grazing your nipples until they form tight, aching peaks. Moaning, you flick your tongue against his. Melba's over there going, I've seen it all. Moo! He grows hard against you, and you tease him, grinding your hips against him until he groans low and deep in your ear. You stumble toward the back of the wall of the pen, your body straining to be closer. See, I told you, Melba agrees. Only jolt apart at Melba's timely interruption. Sounds like someone wants us to get a room. With a shaky laugh, Ryder sets you on your feet. It's fair enough. At this rate, we're just gonna rile the poor cow up all over again. He leans over to find another rancher starting to file into the tent to get their cattle ready for the judging panel. Looks like it's almost time. You ready for this, Bill? As ready as I'll ever be. And now that we've taken the time to calm her down, so is the cow. I was about to say black screen of death. People of all ages pack themselves into the tent for the heifer presentation, and you lock eyes with Kit and Dolly in the front row. Y'all got this. Martinez Ranch for the win. I wish I was that confident in us. We're not gonna lose, Belle. Our heifer's the best of the lot. Just breathe. You nod, and Ryder lightly slaps the heifer's backside with a moo. The animal rears and starts moving forward. Our next contestant casts every other cow here in the shade. Literally. I gotta say, guys, I've never seen a heifer this decorated before, or such a handsome crew to match. You lead the cow out and take a deep breath, focusing on your posture like Mandy taught you. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming out. You may know Martinez Ranch best as dairy farm, but I'm here to tell you that dairy is just the start of what we have to offer. Murmurs of approval from the stands help boost your confidence. But don't take it from me. Take it from our very own ranch owner and boss extraordinaire, Mandy Martinez. With a wave and a friendly smile from the crowd, Mandy takes the microphone. Ever since I was a little girl, my whole life has been about cows. Lead the cow up to the judges while Mandy speaks, and as they jot down notes, Melba starts to toss her head. Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. No, I think Melba just likes singing. So let's hear it again for the ranch hands, Belle Dixon and Ryder Wilson. As Mandy finishes her presentation, you lead the heifer up the stage to where Ryder's waiting and ready and waiting for you. And the judges have made their decision. I should slide my hand in Ryder's back pocket. Why not? He's right there with the cow. You reach behind Ryder and slide your hand in the tight curve of his back pocket. Don't mind me. I'm just rubbing you for good luck. And it's one way of describing what you're doing. And the winner is Martinez Ranch! We won? A surge of applause nearly knocks the roof off the tent. Of course we won. We had you, and there's no doubt in my mind now that you're my good luck charm. I'm the one who found her, Mandy. You've never been cheered on or loved on this hard, and you revel in the feeling, pulling both of them close. I'm a winner in more ways than one today. Those Melba. Immediately surrounded by a sudden surge of reporters, well-wishers, and as well as cameras start to flash, your stomach turns over. Oh no, any of these pictures could get back to Cal. But Ryder slings his arm around your shoulder and Mandy tucks herself against your side. You quickly realize it's already too late. Here's hoping he doesn't read the latest in ranch news. Well, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description, plenty of things to check out there, and ways to support the channel, and ways to become an intricate part of this family and community that we have here. With that being said, thank you all once again for watching. Sorry about being a little late today. Basically been under the weather, ended up hurting myself, and, had to just rest, right? There's times where, it's just best to rest after, pulling a muscle or something or whatever. so you don't overexert yourself and, make it worse or tear something. So, yeah. But again, sorry about being late, catching up. So, stay tuned for the other chapters. Till then, catch y'all later. Peace out.